Hey everybody, Chris the Semi Collector here, and if you're into video games, figures, signatures, vinyls, and all other things collectible, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And in today's video, we're going over my first batch of graded games from CGC. Let's get into it.
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
So, some people may or may not know, but a few years back I had a issue with WADA. I tried to submit games to them. It took so long for them to grade them, and about 9 months into the process, I emailed them, asked them on an update. They couldn't provide one. I called them, and they said they couldn't tell me where my games were in queue and things like that. So I asked them to just refund me, send me back my games. Thankfully they did. They came back in good order. They either went back into the collection, or a few of them since then I've sold off, traded, yada yada. But then also CGC had a deal this month, October 2023, where they reduced the grading price by $10 per game. And since I had some games I kind of wanted to get graded, and I started looking at prices for acrylic cases to hold these in, and it was almost the same price to get an acrylic case as it was to go send these in to get graded. Obviously, a little bit more for it to be graded versus the acrylic case, but figured if I'm going to spend the money on the acrylic case to keep these protected, maybe let's just send them off, get graded, see what we get out of it. So there was 5 games in total that I sent off this time. This is my first time working with CGC, the video games, specifically one time before. I don't know if I believe I posted the video on this channel. I actually got some comic books graded for my personal collection that I had since I was a kid. So that was pretty cool. Pretty good experience that way. So hopefully another good experience here. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll find out. Try to open this, make sure I don't hurt anything. And if anyone's ever sent anything to CGC or WADA, let me know down in the comments. Maybe you had a better experience with WADA than I had. Would love to hear just kind of how the community feels about both grading companies, which one they prefer, if there is a preference, or if you just hate grading in general because you think it's stupid. Definitely know some people that do feel that way, so can't hate you for feeling that way. That's how you feel. Trying to open this up. I think I'm gonna have to just split this guy again. Bang, bang.
15 minutes later.
Ooh, that's actually some premium packaging, if I do say so. As somebody that ships stuff, definitely really like the packaging. Okay, great. So, 5 games here. 1 Super Nintendo, 1 N64, 1 PlayStation 2, I believe. No, 1 Xbox, 1 PSP, and then maybe Wii U. There we go. Okay, so let's go with newest to oldest. Let's see where we rank on the different grades from newest to oldest. You're seeing this for the first time with me. Some more padding in there. Really good padding, gotta say. Okay, so first one first, SteamWorld Collection Wii U. E10 for everybody. What's the grade we get? 9.6! Sick! I'll take that. A+ seal, 9.6 graded on here. Super sick, super sick. Probably gonna be the highest grade, I would assume. Since it's the newest game, I would just assume that gets us the best grade, honestly. But we'll find out. Awesome. 9.6, start with a 9.6. I like that. Now, next one up is Spy Hunters 2 for the Xbox. We got a 9.4 on this bad boy, which I'm actually kind of surprised on. I was looking at the seal before sending it away. I was like, do I want to send it? It doesn't look too great. There's also an older game. Excuse me. There's also an older game in here from the N64 that I sent in. I knew it had a dent in it, but it was a copy I've had for years, so I wanted to get that encased. 9.4, pretty cool. Must say, I didn't play a lot of Spy Hunter. I have a friend that really loved Spy Hunter, so this may end up being a gift for them. Who knows? Next one. Okay, this was an interesting one. I've had this for years as well. GTA China World for the PSP. What did we end up getting? 9.4. I'll take that as well. 9.4. I like these. We're in the 9s with most of this stuff, which is always good. That means you're doing good, I would assume, because 10's the best. 10's pristine, as they say. What's that? Okay. Next one. 2 left, it looks like, right? Yep, 2 left, because we already went through the first 3. Now, these ones are cardboard. The next one, I know it's probably not going to be the best grade. Let's see. Wow, what do we get? 7.5. Okay, yeah. Not the best, but I knew that was probably going to be the case. We got the V seal, A grade with the seal, but 7.5. There is some bowing in the front of it. There is a little dent in the corner, so I kind of knew that this wasn't going to be the best grade, but I'm a big wrestling fan. I've had this for a while, so like that this can get added into the collection. Like that, really nice right there. Okay, so now the oldest game I have from the Super Nintendo. I've had this one, gosh, 6 years maybe, I want to say. I've probably had it for 6 years before I got it graded. It's been in a protective case the entire time. Super WrestleMania. Ooh, is that another 9, baby? Another 9, 9.2. I will take that for the oldest one I have being a 9.2. That is pretty sick. A+ grade. Type LRB seal on here, assembled in Mexico. That's sick. 9.2. I love it. I'm super ecstatic with that coming back as a 9.2, especially because I got that from a friend of mine who owns a game store. I got it from him, like I said, like 5-6 years ago at like his flea market booth. And at the time, I got it for a pretty decent deal. I think it was going for like $40 at the time. I got it for 30. I was happy with that. Super excited to have a sealed Super Nintendo game for $30. And he tried to talk me out of it, honestly. He was like, hey, like, if you're just going to play it, like, you might not want to grab this because, like, it's sealed, yada, yada. I'm like, I have a copy. I actually want the sealed one because I'm that big of a game freak and kind of just a wrestling nerd, honestly. And I got it from him, like, 5-6 years ago. Has grown in value, of course, since then, just the sealed copy, and definitely want to get that in case. So, super happy that's a 9. I got a 9.6, a 9.4, a 9.4, a 7.5, and a 9.2. So let's see what that averages out to real quick out of these 5 games. Calculator, man. Okay. Equals 45.1 divided by 5, average grading of a 9. Obviously, the 7.5, that's a dinger. But these are all likely going to stay in my personal collection, so I don't really care. Just really wanted to get them kind of embossed. This is probably one of the Wii U games that I did really like. SteamWorld. I think it's pretty cool. Buddy of mine turned me on to it. I found a sealed copy in the wild, so figured might as well grade it. And what's funny is I was trying to figure out what games I have sealed to throw in, wanted to send them in. And then when after I sent it, I was like, I have 2 other sealed games. One was a PAL version, so they didn't accept it at the time, but now they're accepting it. So based on like this outcome, I might end up sending in a few more games, just see what the outcome is. At least this month, so I could save like the $10 per thing. Really cool, really excited about the results here. I like having some of them embossed. I've never had this before, so pretty cool. Haven't always been the biggest fan of like reselling graded games, so who knows if I'll sell any of them, honestly. I think it's just kind of cool to have a few of them. The weirdest one I think I got was the PSP one, the Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Loved the PSP as a kid. Never played this one, though, as a kid. Still haven't to this day. Didn't want to crack it open, but I'm sure I can emulate it or borrow one from a friend to check it out to make sure it's still cool. I think that's the worst one out of them all, honestly, in terms of gameplay-wise, but you let me know down in the comments below what you think is the best, what you think is the worst. And that kind of does it for us. We went through, opened up some graded games. They come pretty sealed, pretty well. Might be sending out some more. Our average was a 9, which is pretty nice. We had one that was not over a 9. It was a 7.5, but I knew going in that was probably going to get a low score. Honestly, thought it was going to be lower than a 7.5, so I'm happy with it. And everything else over a 9. 9.2 with our oldest and a 9.6 with our newest. So you can see it's a little easier to get the higher grades with those newer ones. Thanks for stopping by and joining me for this unboxing. If you like what you saw here, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that bell icon and subscribe button to make sure you get notified every time a new video is posted. Thanks again for dropping by, and I'll see you in the next one.